So we're going to start talking about different types of angles related to a circle and how to find the measures of these angles. So there's going to be a lot of theorems to talk about today, but we're going to try to group them together so that there's less to remember. So these two are grouped together because the vertex is on the circle. So these are all angles with a vertex on the circle. So the first one you already know. This is technically called an inscribed angle. And an inscribed angle, we know that the angle measure, that angle J, is half the inscribed arc. So angle J is equal to 1/2 the measure of arc IK. So we're grouping this with the one to the right because the same is true. Technically, this is called a tangent chord angle. It's a tangent matched with a chord. You do not have to know these names. But the same thing is true here. We have a vertex on the circle, and angle M is 1/2 that inscribed arc, which is arc LM. So this measure, say LM was 40 degrees, angle M would be 20 degrees. So those two rules are true anytime that vertex is on the circle. So now we're going to be dealing with angles that have vertices outside the circle. So vertices. So again, we're grouping these together because the rule is true for all of these. So if I have a vertex outside the circle, like point P, then angle P is going to be 1/2 the difference between the bigger arc, so NR in this case, and the smaller arc, OQ. So over to the right, again, the same thing is true. Our vertex is outside the circle, so the same rule is going to apply. Angle Y is equal to 1/2 this whole arc, so arc ZXA, all the way around the long way. ZXA minus ZA. Finally, same thing's true down here. Again, U is outside the circle, so angle U is equal to 1/2 arc SWV minus arc TV. And these all have their specific names. Let's see. This one here, this is called a secant-secant angle, the first one. Because it's made up of two secants. This one's called a tangent-tangent because it's made up of two tangents. And this one's a secant-tangent. So again, all three of these diagrams here have a vertex that's outside the circle, so all of the rules are the same. Okay, so our last type here is a vertex inside the circle, but not in the center. So if I have a situation like this, the angle measure, okay, so for example, angle DEC is going to be 1/2 the sum of the arcs. So the sum of DC plus, this one needs a name, let's call that F, AF. Okay, and those are the three different situations that you need to know.